Hi friends, Christy here and broadcasting on my Speech Star channel. Let me get some oxygen. And I'm excited to do my first video. It's called Pillow Talk is the activity, and just want to get it going. So I did a video, an introduction about myself, and I'll just reiterate. I've been wanting to do videos for a long time, and I haven't because I thought I had to learn all this editing and make them all perfect and shoot all these angles and have the perfect, scenario, and maybe try to video myself with kids. I don't have kids, but I've worked with hundreds, probably thousands of kids, and I have some information. I have some ideas I want to share with you if you're a parent of a child with speech and language delays, or if you're a speech pathologist or a speech therapist assistant, or anyone who just could benefit for some knowledge and ideas on how to engage with kids and how to work on language skills at the same time. So anyway, the first activity is called Pillow Talk, and I'll explain what that is. So I'm going to tell you who this is for, what you do, where is a good place to do it, and why you do it. Okay, so Pillow Talk is an activity, and all you do is you get a pillowcase and you go around your house. You can get toys or common household items and put them in the pillowcase, and then you're going to talk about them. So a couple of things you want to keep in mind is you want to be specific about what you want to do with the kids. So if your child is not saying any words, you want to encourage them to make sounds or simple words, to request, to get access of what you have. And if your child is saying one word, so you're going to encourage them to say those one words, but you're going to build and try to build to 2 words. Same thing, if they're saying 2 words, you want to encourage them to say those 2 words and then build to 3 words, okay? So a couple of language concepts you kind of want to know is, one is requesting. Now, requesting means asking for what they want. And you have a bag of stuff. Hopefully you're going to make it so exciting they're going to want what's in this bag. And then you have the opportunity to help them work on requesting. They get to learn that, oh, when I speak, when I say a sound, when I say a word, when I say a phrase, it's powerful because it gets me something. There's a reward. And in therapy, we call it a reinforcement or a reward. And that is going to make the behavior more likely to happen again if they get a reward for it. That's just behavior 101. That's how we all kind of function. So you want to keep that in mind. Also, there's a different part of language therapy where you're kind of inputting. I'm not going to make them say something every time. Sometimes I'm just going to be talking about things, but making sure I stay at their level. If they're just saying 1 word, I'm going to be talking at 1, 2, maybe 3 words. I'm not going to be using long phrases, long sentences. I want to keep whatever I'm saying very simple. Think about it if you were learning a different language. I took Spanish classes in college. I also took sign language classes. If you're learning a language, you need it to be presented in small chunks so you have ways to kind of glue it into your memory. And so if your child is just saying single words or 2 words, don't speak in sentences. Keep it super simple so they can absorb what you're saying and start attaching it and gluing it into their little language parts of their brain. You can start off with requesting. And then once, they're a little bit more advanced, you can work on making sentences, describing, asking WH questions. You can just build on language. So this is great because you can work with all kinds of different, ages and students. And so I use this with toddlers, and I've also used it in preschool classes when I do language activities in preschool classes. And what it is, it's super exciting because the kids can't see what's in this bag. And you're going to pretend you're like super excited whatever's in this bag and get them to be interested about what is in this bag. All right, so that is the who, that is the what you're working on, where are you going to work on it. I usually sit on the floor if I have young students or young children I'm working with. I would encourage you not to be at a table, especially not a grown-up table. Get on the floor if you can. one thing I like to do with my students is I get these little, they were at Target in like the cheapy dollar area, but they were like $3. They were just these little cute little carpets with like soccer ball and different things, but I've also used placemats or any little carpets or a little pillow, somewhere where the kid knows where to sit. Because one thing you're working on with younger children too is engagement. You want to have them maintain their attention and also participate in structured tasks and participate in tasks where there's turn taking, because that's you're building all these foundation skills for communication. Because when you communicate with people, you're taking turns. So you do turn-taking activities in other ways, and also anytime you're taking turns, you're communicating and building on your interaction. So having some kind of carpet, some kind of area, some kind of designated spot for the child to know, okay, I'm going to sit here and we're going to have some fun. I would do that the first few times I would work with kids. I did some home visits through Regional Center, and I would bring my little carpets and I'd put it down, and the kids were so used to just kind of free playing throughout their house, they would just flitter from thing to thing. They didn't know how to sit and maintain attention. So at first I had to use like M&Ms, we call them edibles. So I would get them to come over and sit down, and every time they'd sit down, I would give them a little M&M. We'd start our activity. Maybe after a few minutes, they would, be impulsive and kind of want to get up. And I kind of like help them learn, when you sit and you pay attention, you get a little reward. And then soon I would get them engaged in activities, that we were having fun. We were doing pillow talk and lots of other things. And they were having more fun with me than walking around and playing with their other toys. I didn't need to use the M&Ms after 1 or 2 visits. And I would come in and I would put the carpet down, and they would immediately come over and sit down because they knew we're going to have some fun. So let's get started with pillow talk. So usually I just sit on the floor, I got my carpet, and got the kid hopefully engaged. So usually I just shake it to get them excited about it. And I try to refrain from telling kids to sit down, come here, look at this. I like to make it attractive for them to do it, because we want all of that stuff to come internally, not from the outside of me telling them. They might need a verbal reminder, hey, come sit down. But we want to make whatever we're doing super fun, that they're going to want to come and play with us. So anyway, pillow talk, shake it, and then I usually open it up and act really excited about what's inside. So here's a few things you can do. You can just pull it out and help them with labeling or naming. It's a couch or a sofa, and you can help them maybe say the word couch or sofa. Some of the sounds in the words might be a little high level, so they might do what we call approximation, say something close to it. And if you're working on them speaking at all and they say something, immediately give it to them. Immediately give it to them as a reward. And then you guys can talk about it. If once they get the object, if they're so focused on the object and not paying any attention to you, then I might talk about it a little bit before I give it to them. Or if they're interested in the object, I might be inputting that language while they're looking at it or trying to engage with them. So we might say, sit down, or, oh, it's pillow, it's a pillow, or it's a pink couch. Oh, I have it in the living room. We watch TV. I'm keeping really short, simple phrases. So we got a sofa. And then one thing I like to do is, I just do it for all the objects. I just say, sit down. I kind of make a routine. It's a very structured, it's playful, but it's structured. So we get out the pillowcase, we open it up, we get excited, we look at something, we describe it, and then we tell it to sit down. Sit down, couch. I know that sounds silly. You sit on the couch, but I'm telling you, we just do that. It creates a routine. We pull the thing out, we talk about it, sit down. And then at the end, we tell everything goodbye and we put it back in the pillowcase. So it's kind of a structure. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and some closure is what we call it. We create closure so the kids can transition to the next thing. So then we'll pull out something else. Oh, wow, what is it? And usually I like to pause sometimes to see if they name it. So a child might say, Nana. Yeah, that's right, it's a banana. Yes, what do we do with the banana? We eat it. Yum, yum. Now, a lot of young kids like to put my toys in their mouth, so I'll definitely be on guard to prevent that, and I'll show them, no mouth or no eat, and I'll hold it for them to help them learn how to pretend play, so they're not putting in their mouth. So anyway, you can talk about the color yellow, yellow banana. We peel it, peel banana. Monkeys like bananas. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. And then, yeah, say nana, nana, nana. And then just repeat that word over and over and build with those 2-word phrases, those 3-word phrases. Play with it 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, a minute, whatever, and then you want to sit down, banana. Because as soon as I say sit down, they transition, they move on, and they want to see what the next thing is. All right, so you kind of get it, and then how you can switch this over when they're a little bit higher if you're working on listening and receptive language. You can also describe the things in the bag and see if they can guess what it is. But at first, if they're just learning language, you just want to work on labeling and requesting only, those 2 simple things, and then maybe build up to working on phrases. This is a little higher level, describing things and seeing if they can figure out what it is, because they have to already have those language concepts in their brain, where at the beginning you're putting those language, the names and the labels and everything that goes with it in there. They don't have it yet, so they need it in there already to do this higher level. So I might say, ooh, this is something. It goes beep, beep, beep. We talk on it. We play games on it. I might call daddy. What is it? And maybe they say phone or cell phone. Here's a little toy phone. And then you can play with it. Hello. Oh yeah, he's here. Yeah, we're playing pillow talk. Okay, hold on. And then you can just have a little fun with that. All right, so I'll just show you all the things I have in my bag, and then I'll show you how we clean up. We say sit down, telephone, cell phone. Got a little backpack. You can say open, open. And I talk about the eyes, mouth. Oh, here's my eyes. Where's your eyes? It's got a map if you watch Dora. Yeah, so that's the backpack. Ooh, present. Ooh, what do? We open presents. Yeah, we open. And you can build words like open. You want to kind of attach it so kids learn that it's flexible. Open can be used with different things. We open presents. We open backpack. You can also open the pillowcase. Sometimes when I have early kids with early language development and they're just learning like just simple words, I might use open to get them to have them request for me just opening the. Sorry, something's going on in the other room. So anyway, so let's see what else we got here. I got this little fun toy I got somewhere. He claps, we might clap. Oh, he's clapping, clapping, clapping hands. Sit down. What else? We have a bed. We go to sleep. We might pretend to go night-night. Wake up. Oh, I might do a little fun. So we're engaging. We're having fun. We're using these toys in functional ways. Now, one thing I want to tell you why I like to do this activity is I see a lot of times in therapy, especially with young kids, some therapists choose to use iPads or cards, and they're so two-dimensional. The iPad can be very exciting for kids, but I just am kind of old school. I like using real objects and a lot of fun play with the lesson, because I feel like the more excited they are, the more glue you're going to have to glue it into their memory compared to just looking at cards or touching things on an iPad. It's just more real life, functional. You're working on functional play. You're working on eye contact, taking turns. You're inputting. It's just interactive. It's exciting. So I'm just a little old school compared to that, especially with working with young kids, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have a truck. You drive it, beep, beep. It has wheels. I'll just pull out everything and name it. Have a little hippo car. We pull it. Maybe we can get them to say pull. We pull it back and it zooms across the floor. You can talk about his eyes. And then you can, oh, the backpack has eyes. Hippo. Hippo's eyes. I see you. I see you. They're just inputting language and making connections for them. But you're also working on requesting. Don't give them anything unless they do a sign, a syllable, a nod, or something. They've got to earn it. Because if they don't have to earn anything and they just get to grab everything and play with it, then they don't need you. And then they're not learning anything either. So they have to learn that their words are powerful. Their words and communication help them to get what they want. And so that's sometimes what I see when I've observed parents playing with kids. The kids have access to all these toys and the parents are watching them play, but so they don't need you, if that makes sense. So during therapy, and what most therapists do, we have all the stuff. And if you want to get the stuff, this cool stuff I got right here, then we're going to have to do something to earn it or do some kind of behavior, the target behavior that we're working on in therapy, words, sounds, whatever it is. I hope that makes sense. So you definitely always, when you're doing therapy in your therapy mode, not play, have fun with parent mode, but therapy mode, we're actually working on a specific skill for a specific amount of time. You want to limit access to the stuff, work on whatever target it is, open, hippo, I want, give me, and hold it until you get a little effort on their part and then give them access. So it's kind of speech therapy 101 right there. All right, so what I pulled this out of my purse. Let's open. We got glasses. We can take turns and wear them. You know, that's kind of fun. We can close it. Sit down glasses. I just tell sit down to everything. We sit down truck, sit down hippo. I've got a little fun little twinkling star. You can sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You can sing part of the song and see if they can fill in the last word. Twinkle, twinkle, little. And that's one way you can build language if they're familiar with the song. They can just, instead of trying to sing the whole phrase, they can just fill in the words at the end. All right, we got a little alligator. You can pretend it bit you. Ow, it bit me. No biting. Ow, it bit you. Kids love that. They're laughing. It's fun. I got this little bath toy. It's a frog. It blows air, and that's kind of fun. And how kids love it. They'll just say "bow." They can't say "blow" with an L, but a lot of times they'll say "bow" when we blow on their face. You know, no, blow, bow. So that's where I'm getting them to request what they want. I say "bow." Blow. You know, when I model it for something that they repeat, I might simplify it and say bow. But when I'm just, oh, it's blowing on you, the frog is blowing, I might go back to say it normally so they're getting the input of the word said the right way. But when I model it for them to repeat, I might simplify it for them, and I hope that makes sense. All right, I might talk about his eyes, tell him to sit down. All right, I know this video is getting long, but I hope it's interesting. Put a little candy in there. Almond Joy candy, yum. Might say open candy. Maybe let them eat it. I got a baby. Babies cry. Wah, wah. Oh no, shh. Oh no, baby. Maybe I'll take the baby and put it in the bed. Go night night, baby. You know, so you can just grab, kids always have these little toys. You know, you can just go grab them and keep them in the pillow talk. Another thing, if you're a parent and you're doing this at home, whatever toys you put in the pillow talk, the bag, I would keep them in there. I wouldn't let them play with them freely. And that's one thing. While like sometimes parents would say, oh, they'll do it for you, but they won't do it for me. And that's because they only get access to these things when they're playing with me. So put aside those toys and put them away and only pull them out when you're going to sit down and work on language. So that way it's something special, it's something fun. If they can just play with it all day, anytime they want, then it's not special and exciting and fun. So yeah, just get some toys, put it in there. I got some tissue. You know, you can open it. Oh, my nose, it's running. Or pretend to sneeze. Achoo! Oh, need a tissue. Tissue, wipe my nose, wipe. You can do, you know, some verbs. That's kind of functional. I don't know what it is about fake sneezing, but kids love when I fake sneeze. They think it's so hilarious. Sometimes I'll put, here's a key, we open door, we open the bag, we open the glasses, we open the door. So you're building language concepts. We open all kinds of things, just not open. We open things and all kinds of things. So maybe I'll put things on my head. Achoo! Ha ha ha. Kids think that's so funny. And if kids are nonverbal, I might make them touch the head and through request and put it on, or maybe say on, or head, or put on, key on head. I don't know if it went black there, but my computer just stalled out. Let's see, I've got a little Tarzan figure. Maybe he wants to go night-night with the baby. It's a skateboard. It's got wheels. On skateboard, whee! You know, all kinds of things. So I've got all kinds of things in the bag, and I think that's all the good stuff. So now that we have, let me see if I can show you guys all the stuff. I just put it on my desk. No, I can't. Yeah, so here was my dilemma. How am I going to set up a room with therapy table? I'm just making these videos out of my living room in my cute little apartment. And so I just have this vision of trying to film these things in the therapy room with students, and it got too much. So we're just going to have to work with it. So I think I'm going to still try to show you all the stuff that we ended up talking about. I'll see if my there we go. I did it. I had to move my big computer, but I hope you got a glimpse. So at the end of it, you got all this stuff. And when you're saying sit down, put it out of the reach of the student, child, toddler, son, daughter, whoever. Because if you just put it in front of them, they could get distracted. That's one thing. Kids don't have attention. I know tons of adults, including myself, that barely have attention for a few minutes. So we can't expect kids to have sustained attention, you know? So if you're going to say sit down, put it to the side where they can't read it, because they are going to be like, oh, wow, I forgot about that. Oh, the banana. So we're trying to build their focus and attention in a structured way on what you want them, just not to have things where they can impulsively grab it. So anyway, we sit down, we have all the stuff there, we pull up the next thing, and when you're all done, you can clean up. So one of the ways you can clean up, there's a couple of ways. You can just put all the stuff in the bag, which is kind of boring. You can, what I like to do is to work on single words or 2 words, is we tell all the stuff bye-bye. Bye-bye, frog. Bye-bye, if that's all they can say, or bye-bye, frog. Bye-bye, ribbit. Sometimes they'll say bibbit, and we can put it in. And then maybe you'll grab the next one, bye-bye, star. Or another way you can clean up, which is good, you're working on receptive language because you've talked about all these things, you've labeled and named all these things. You can have the child help. You can go, bye-bye, hippo, and let them find the hippo. Let's say you say, bye-bye, hippo, and they'll grab this. No, that's star. Bye-bye, hippo. Hippo, bye-bye, hippo. And see if that imitate, put it in the bag. A higher level language thing you can do is you can get them, once they can do all that, they'll get the hippo, get the frog, da, da, da. You can say, get all the things with eyes, because you've already talked about the eyes. Oh, hippo has eyes. Frogs have eyes. The backpack has eyes. Yeah, oh, they all have eyes. Again, you're building like a web of knowledge in their head. Eyes aren't just one thing with one toy. You have eyes, I have eyes, all these toys have eyes. So you're just building on language. Again, this is a little higher language thing. It's after you've done this several times, they can label, they can talk about things. It's a receptive language task. You could say, get all the people. Oh, here's a Tarzan's a people. Babe is a people. We'll call this guy a people, and they also have eyes too. So if you didn't get them with the eyes, you can get them with the people. Yeah, you can say bye-bye each one or bye-bye people. And so that would be a category, and that's another high-level thing. First, you want to name and label hundreds and hundreds of things, and then you want to start putting them in categories. Animals, people, food, things at your house, furniture. Get all the furniture. Yeah, these are things in the house. You know, those are higher level things. Get all the food. What do we eat? Let's get all the food. Bananas are food. Candy's a food. We eat banana. We eat candy. Again, you're inputting language the whole time. And here's a little trick that somebody showed me that kids love. If you want them to clean up, this works every single time. A lot of times, especially kids with autism, have a hard time transitioning. First of all, you want to plant a seed. Okay, By having a structured activity, we open the bag, we take each thing out, we talk about it, we tell it to sit down. When all the things are gone, we put it in the bag. That, having a structured play session, helps in transition because they know, okay, we do that and then it's over. Like, there's no surprises. Another thing is kids love, I take the bag and I pretend like it's eating the things when they put it in, and they think that's hilarious. They can't wait to get the next thing because sometimes kids cry. They don't want to put everything away. They want to play with this again. So if I go, put it in the bag, yum, 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 they think it's hilarious and they walk to the next thing. So then I might go, get the animal, find the animal. Alligator, that's right, that's an animal. Put it in the bag. Ooh, so I'll go back to simple, just labeling. Find the key. Where's the key? Find the key. Good job. Let's put it in. You can do the function. Find something you drive, the name, find the truck. If they're really, really early learning, you might say find the beep beep, because a lot of times we'll just start off with sounds, animal sounds, or just sounds. So a truck might be a beep beep. Find the beep beep. Good job, put it in. So that's basically it. I hope you get the idea of about pillow talk and some ideas based on what language level your child's at or your student you're working with, how you can use this in lots of different ways. It could be super fun, super engaging, and every kid I've done this with totally loves it for the most part once they get the concept of sitting and understand what we're doing. So pillow talk, go around your house, find random toys or random objects, put them in a pillow, and have some fun with your little toddler. So again, like, subscribe. I'll be putting out some more videos, comment, ask questions, and thank you guys for watching.